How to make a professional site in just 30 minutes. In this video, we're going to be talking about websites and how you're going to make one in the easiest and most simplest way possible. And the platform that we're going to be using to create one of the greatest looking websites is Shopify. Okay. Now, if you want to go ahead and use Shopify for yourself, do make sure to check out the link in the description below because that will allow you to get a free trial off of Shopify in the easiest way. All right. So do make sure to check out the link before the offer runs out. The Shopify link will be provided in the description below. Now, once you have clicked the Shopify link, what's going to happen is that you are going to come to a page like this where it's going to say, let's get started. Which one of these best describes you? Now, over here, what you're going to want to do is you're going to fill in the basics. So, are you just starting or are you selling online or in person? I'm going to go with I'm just starting and click on next. Now, once you do that, here it says, what would you like to sell? What kind of website would you like to create? So, obviously, we're going to go with an e-commerce store because it's pretty complicated and adding products in it, adding fulfillment, all those things take a lot of time. So, that is what we're going to be doing. Now, here it says, what would you like to sell? I'm going to go with an online store. All right. Now it says, what do you plan to sell first? Products you buy or make yourself, digital products, drop shipping products, or print on demand products. So I'm going to go with drop shipping, print on demand. Now, once we do that, we're going to click on next. And here it says, where will your business be located? Now, when you're using Shopify, the best thing to do is to choose US or UK as your location because that helps you with the currency management as well as the shipping management. All right. You just get much better offers on shipping rates. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to switch over to the United States. Once we do that, we're going to click on next. Now, once you click on next here, it's going to take you to the sign in section where it tells you to sign in with Google, Facebook, Apple, or email. Now, you can go with any one of those. I'm personally going to go with email because that is where I would want to sign up with. That is what I will want to, start off my Shopify ventures with. So, what you're going to do is you're going to add your email over here. And once you do that, what you're going to do is you're going to add a password for yourself. Now, once you're done with that, you're going to click on create Shopify account. And once you click on create your Shopify account, it's going to load into this section where it says we have started building your store. Now, the best thing about Shopify is the vast features that it offers and its capability to be the best e-commerce store out there. Okay. You can create an amazing looking e-commerce store through the drag and drop editor. And the best part about all of that is that you can also use other features like its vast market of apps. Okay. The integrations are crazy when it comes to Shopify. And moving on, what moreover you can do is that you can set orders and products accordingly to that as well. All right. Now, to start things off, once we're here, let me describe Shopify to you. Now, this is your home section where it's going to give you the basics on how you're going to start your store off. Now, we're going to skip that. I'm not going to get too much into that. What we're going to be doing from here is we're going to go over to the main online store section. Okay. Once you're in the online store section, this is where the main working starts. So first of all, what you're going to do is you're going to choose an editor for yourself. And once you've chosen the editor, you're also going to choose your template. Now, the templates you choose are obviously going to be dependent on whatever it's more easier to you and whatever you think is more aesthetically pleasing when it comes to your store, your niche of store, and how you choose to edit it. All right. Now, I would definitely suggest users to go ahead and create a template for yourself that, is pretty famous on Shopify as well. So we have templates like the Dawn theme. We have templates like Spotlight, Refresh, Sense. These are all free templates that you can use and they're pretty incredible. Now the default is Dawn. And I'm going to be using that for myself because the default Dawn template does work incredibly. And I'd say it's a pretty good start off point when you are starting off with your Shopify e-commerce journey because it just edits very well and it gives you a lot of sections and spaces to add individual things in. So I'm going to be creating a proper website for you just for reference. Okay. Now to start things off, what you're going to do after you've chosen your theme is you're going to go ahead and click on customize. Now, once you click on customize, this is going to open the editor and let me explain the editor a little out for you. So when the editor opens up, it's a basic drag and drop editor where on the left-hand side, you're going to get all the elements to drag and drop. In the middle, you have a preview of your store. And on the right-hand side, you have all the settings to control the dynamics of those sections and elements that you're using in your store. Okay. And all these things corresponded with each other and relatively working with each other, work pretty well. And it helps you out a lot when you have an actual preview opened up in front of you. All right. So this is your stock Shopify store. Not a lot of things going on in it, but we're going to make it more fuller. We're going to create pages in it. We're going to give those pages different names. And once we've given them different names, we're going to add different integrations into it. So as we can see, we already have 3 pages. We have the home page, which is the page we're on right now. We have the catalog page, which is obviously going to be for our products, but it's empty right now because we have no products. So we're going to make a change in that as well. And then we have the contact page, which is obviously the contact us page where people can contact you. And here you can see Shopify has already added a contact form for us. So now that we've gotten the idea of the preview editor, on the left-hand side, again, you can find all the main things that you can add into your store. So let's say I'm going to come over to the home section. First, you have header. Okay, so if you want to add a block into your header, you can add blocks through applications or a code block. Or if you want, you can add a section for yourself. Now that section could be an announcement bar, or it could be a custom liquid where you can add a CSS code by yourself to do inline coding. Then we have the template section. Now over here, if we click on add section, you have tons and tons of features to add, like featured products, collection lists, you have rich text, image with banners, slideshows, collages, multi-column, multi-row, collapsible content, and a whole lot more. It goes on, okay? So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to properly use this integrated with the niche of your actual store. So let's say I'm going to build a clothing store for myself, okay? It's a store that I personally started off with, and I'm going to be portraying it for you as a professional website on Shopify. So what we're going to do is we're going to exit the editor. And once we exit the editor, what we're going to do from there is we are going to go over to the product section because this is where the main working starts. This is where you're going to add your very own products. Now, obviously, my store is a print on demand and drop shipping store. So I'm going to get into that bit later. Let me show you how you're going to add a product individually by yourself first. So you can either import a sheet of products by CSV, or you can add products individually one by one by clicking on add products over here. Now, once you click on add products, it brings you over here where you can add a title first of all. So let's say I'm going to add a title, black hoodie. Okay, I'm going to write that in. Once you write that in, it's going to take you to the media section where you're going to upload the images of the actual hoodie that you are showing to the world. So let's say I'm going to go with this one over here. Okay, what you're going to do is you're going to upload the image. Now, do make sure that the image you upload matches the actual regimen description of what Shopify wants, because if it's not what it wants, it will not upload it, because as you can see, the pixels are exceeding 25 megapixels. So if you want to decrease the pixels, what you can do is you're going to come over here to your Google section, and there are tons and tons of image resizers. So let's say I'm going to come over to this resize pixel section, and I'm going to upload my image over here. You're going to need at least 25 pixels, not more than that, okay? You're going to go less than that or at least 25, nothing more or over that. So I'm going to go ahead and add the actual image over here. Now the pixels for those, the image that I've added are a lot. The DPI is a lot, but resize pixel will help us decrease the actual size, okay? Because once we have decreased it, we're going to easily be able to add it over here. And while our picture is getting resized, we have this over here with the different aspect ratios. So to take down the actual pixels, what you're going to do is you're going to bring down the actual images sizes. So I'm going to go with 150 to 150 with fixed aspect ratio. You're also going to want to repixelate it. So block pixels, let's go ahead and bring it down to 5. Okay, so I'm gonna, take the block size down, and once it's pixelated, I'm also gonna go ahead and make sure that the dimensions are decreased, because once the dimensions are decreased, that will decrease the size as well as the capability of it to be uploaded onto Shopify. Okay, so while it's resizing, I'm going to come over here and you're going to search up ChatGPT. Now, the reason I'm having you open ChatGPT is because of this section over here. Now, this is your description section. Now, obviously, if you're doing drop shipping or, print on demand products, the user or the provider you're drop shipping from or making print on demand products from will automatically import the actual recurring description that goes with the products, okay? But if you're using the actual products that you make yourself, you're going to want to add a description for yourself as well. So what you're going to do over here is you're going to type in write me a store description on Shopify for a black gothic hoodie. Okay, you're gonna write that in, and once you write that in, as you can see, it starts writing you the description for the product. And while that is happening, as you can see, my picture is now pixelated and it's much shorter now. And you can also go to resize. I'm gonna lower down the actual dimensions. I'm gonna resize this as well, so it lowers down the actual canvas size of my image as well. Now, once this is done, as you can see, our product description is good to go as well. So we're going to copy this over and we're going to bring it to the description section, paste it over here. And once that is done, we can also set the pricings for ourselves. So let's say I'm going to go ahead with 25.99, and then you can keep a compare at price, which is basically the sale cutoff price. Okay, I'm going to keep this $29.99. You can also go ahead and do a cost per item with profit margin if you want to. Usually do this for products that come in bulk, so I'm not gonna mess around with that. And while our image is done, we're gonna go ahead and we are gonna go download the image. Now once the image is downloaded, I'm gonna come over to this section, click on upload new, and once you click on upload new, we're going to see our image loaded over here. So now, as you can see, it starts uploading and it's going to be added into our page. And once this is added into our page, we're going to sell down where it says shop location. How many stock do you have? So I'm going to go with this much stock. Okay. And you can also go with continue when selling out of stock. Okay. So I'm going to keep that on as well. If you want to, receive orders while your product is out of stock, that is totally dependent on you. Size, you're going to go with the actual, grams it's in. So I'm going to go with 1 kilogram. You can also add variants to this product, like, large, small, different colors, different, you could say variants of options. So once you've done that, you can also give the category materials for better SEO. Okay, and once we've done that, we're going to click on save, and that should do it for us. Okay, so we have now created our first product. And once you've created your first product, this is going to display in your store straight away. Okay, it goes straight away into your store. And once you come to the products section over here, you're just going to make sure to save everything in. Now, once you have saved everything in and your product is pretty much, saved and good to go, what we're going to do from there is we're going to go over to the home section, and now we're going to come over to the product section. And as you can see, we have a black hoodie with 1 million in stock. You have 3 different sales channels, 2 different markets. We have the category of hoodie. And now once we come over to our online store, I'm going to click on view your online store. And once you click on view, you are going to scroll down here and look at that. We have our hoodie right there with the actual price, the cutoff price. You can see the image right in front of you with a quantity, and here's the description. Pretty incredible, right? So this is the first step. Now, once we've added our product, what you're going to do is you're going to make sure to create a proper collection of it, because, having a collection gives you a better, you could say, space to add more products into it. So you can create different templates, and collections could be anything like a winter collection, summer collection, etc. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on create collections. I'm going to call this the winter gothic collection. And once you have added that, you can add a description to it, but I'd rather not. I'm just going to go ahead and save it as it is. And to add products into your description or into your collection, what you're going to do is you're going to come over to products. You're going to click on your product. And once we click on our product over here, it gives us collections, right? You're going to add it to your winter gothic. Go ahead and save it. And once this is saved, you now have a collectible product. All right. So moving on, what you are going to do from here is you can also go ahead and add applications, as I stated previously. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and set up a dropshipping application where I'm going to dropship 3 to 4 products straight into my store. So I'm going to click on add apps. Once we click on add apps, we're going to go to the Shopify app store. Now, the Shopify App Store gives you a vast range of variety when it comes to products. Okay. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to go ahead and just search in dropshipping. And it's going to give me tons and tons of dropshipping apps that I can add directly to my Shopify. And most of these are free. That's the fun part. So there are tons and tons of apps that people use like CJ Dropshipping, Spocket, etc. But the best, in my opinion, that works with Shopify is Deezers. Okay. So you're going to come over to Deezers, which is basically AliExpress dropshipping, and we're going to click on install. And once you click on install, this will redirect us to our Shopify where it's going to go ahead through the settings and it's going to manage the things accordingly. So once we wait for our Shopify Central to open up, you're going to come over to install app. Once you come to install app, you're going to click on install once again. And as you click on install once again, it's going to bring you to the authorization check over here. And once you go to the authorization check, you're simply going to authenticate your Deezers with your Shopify. Now, creating an account for Deezers is pretty simple for you as well. You're simply going to click on create an account for you, where it's going to create an account customly through your Shopify email. And once that is done, it's going to automatically integrate your Shopify with your Deezers automatically. Okay. And now, as you can see, it's going to bring us straight to the Deezers application. Now in the Deezers application, you're going to choose the plan. I'm going to go with the free plan. And just like this, many other dropshipping stores that you're going to use, or any other dropshipping provider you're going to use, is going to have plans as well. So make sure to choose the correct plan. Now it also says link to suppliers. So you're going to make sure to link it with your AliExpress. So make sure to have an AliExpress account that you are going to log into. Now I already have an AliExpress account, so I'm going to simply go ahead and log in, have it authorized with my AliExpress. So as you can see, it asks me for permission. So we're going to sign into my account. And once we have signed in, we're going to go ahead, authorize things, and let me show you how it looks from there. Now, as you can see, once we are set it up with our dropshipping store, as you can see, it opens up over here. So one more thing you're going to want to do once you're done with this is you are going to head over to the actual authorization section, and you're going to make sure that your Shopify store is correctly authorized. Okay. So for that, what you're going to do is you're going to come over to Shopify and you're going to make sure that the authorization process is done and successful. And as we can see, our Shopify is done and good to go. And just like this, you can get a Shopify store as well and connect it to your CJ Dropshipping. Just please make sure to check the link down in the description below to get you a free trial on Shopify straight away. Okay, now once our Shopify store is connected, what we're going to do is we're going to come over to store products, okay, in the Dropshipping Central. And over here, we're going to go ahead and find the products that we want to get, okay? So we're going to click on find products, and as you can see, you start getting tons and tons of products. So obviously I told you that my store is going to be about clothing, so I'm going to go to men's clothing. And once we go over to men's clothing, we're simply going to wait for it to load up. And as you can see, once it's loaded up, what you're going to want to do is you're going to start importing things. So whatever product you like, what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and click on list, okay? Or what you can do is you're going to click on add to my products, and one by one, I'm simply going to go ahead and add these to my product lists. And once you've added, the certain integrities of all these to your products, let's say like this, what you're going to do from there is you're going to go over to my products. And once you go over to my products, you're going to see all the products that you imported. So these are all the products, right? Now, once these products are done, what you're going to do is you're going to choose all of them. And once you go ahead and choose all of them, what you're going to do is you're going to start listing them. So you can add a template listing, or you can list them one by one if you want to. So, all the things are selected over here. Simply click on listed now. But for that, you're going to want to choose a product category. Okay, I'm simply going to go ahead and add this category for my type. And once that is done, simply click over to the variant pricing section, add a price change for yourself. So let's say I'm going to add $45. Okay. And once we do that accordingly, we're going to go ahead and click on listed now. And as you can see, it starts listing this to my store. Okay. Now the listing is in progress, and the listed products will be seen in your listed section. So we're simply going to wait for things to list in. And while that is happening, we're going to do the same for the other product types that we have. I'm going to go ahead and add these and go over to variant again. Go with the pricings, click on listed now, select the appropriate category. And once you have done that, click on listed now again. And as you can see, it starts listing it all over again. So just like this, you're going to add products. And once those products are listed, you're going to come over to your products section. And as you can see, your listed products are going to appear over here. So the 3-in-1 coat removable mink fur was added. And we're simply going to wait for this listing to be listed as well. And once all of this is done, what you can do from there is you can go into the editing section. But before that, we're also going to create more pages, as I told you, because to make a good website, you're going to want to have the proper appropriate pages needed. So while our listing is happening, what you're going to do is you're going to come over to online stores. And once you come over to online stores, you're going to go over to pages. And in the pages section, what you're going to do is you're going to create new pages. Now in the pages section, what we're going to do is we're going to click on add page. And now that you've clicked on add pages, you have different pages to add for yourself. So let's say I'm going to give this page a title, let's say about. Okay, I'm going to go to about us. We're going to do that. We're going to click on save, and that creates an about us page. Okay, then we're also going to go ahead and create a page for, let's go ahead with the FAQ page. Okay, now once you do that, you're going to click on save again. Now, obviously, you see that the About Us and FAQ page, they do correlate with each other. So we're going to go ahead and create a drop down for them. So for that, what you're going to do is you're going to go over to navigation. And in navigation, we're going to click on main menu. And once you're over here, you're going to click on add menu item. You're going to go to paste link, go to pages. And here we have About Us. Okay, first of all, I'm going to add the FAQ. Okay. And once you go ahead and do that, we're going to go ahead here again, click on pages again, and we're going to click on about us again. And once you do that, what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and transport this right under FAQ and click on save menu. And now we have proper 5 pages with one under the drop down. Okay. So once we've done that, now you're going to go over to the theme section in online store and we're going to get into some editing. So we're going to go to customize. And once we go to customize over here, as you can see, we're going to load things in. And first of all, you're going to see that our products are displayed in front of us. Okay. Then moving on here, you can see we have a drop down as well for about us. Pretty cool, right? So first of all, let's set the themes. Let's set the color settings. So you can go ahead and add a logo. So I'm going to click on add images. Once you click on add images, we're going to add a recurring logo for our store. So here's the logo. Once it's uploaded, you're going to choose it, click on it. And once you click on it, click on done again. And it's going to add the logo to your store. You can also add a favicon for yourself if you want to. That's totally dependent on you though. Then we have colors. This is basically the color scheme of your website. What do you want your website to actually look like? What's the coloring that you want to go with? So let's say I'm going to choose the color scheme for this to dark. Okay. So we have a much darker and much integrated color scheme now. So we're going to go with this. Once you do that, I'm going to keep the announcement bar at the same setting. Then it says, add in your images. So I'm going to go ahead and add images for myself as well. So let's go ahead with an image of, some of the clothing regimens that I have. So I'm going to go ahead with, let's say, this hood that I have added over here. So I'm going to add this hood. We're going to wait for it to download. So give it a few seconds, and as it uploads, click on download, done again, and you're going to see that this hood gets added as so. Okay, so just like this, you can just portray your products, and what you can do is you can actually edit how it looks. Okay, so let me just wait for the preview to load in. You can choose the focal point. Let's say this is my focal point, click on save, and that will obviously change accordingly. You can also go with the image overlay opacity. How much do you want the opacity to be on? So you can go with totally dark, which is 100, or you can go with 70. 70 is something that I would be good with, so let's go with that. Then once you're gone through with that, you can also choose the other colors of your store. So let's say, you want to go with a darker color scheme of a store. We're going to come here, go to the scheme again, and you can change it to, let's say, a dark blue. And I'm going to keep the bottommost look white. Okay. So once this is done, then you can also choose to show your featured products in a different way. So let's go ahead and add it as it is. Then we have the solid buttons for the actual products. And as you can see, it's a animated product. So when someone hovers on it, the color changes, it zooms in kind of. And that's pretty cool in my opinion. Then you can add your products in a portrait or square form as well, however you think it will look good. Image shape, you could go with any different type of image shape as well while showing the different vendors that it has and changing the theme accordingly. And we have typography, which basically changes your store's fonts. So, change it accordingly to whatever you think is good. Then once you have gone through this, you can also move on to the other pages. So let's say I'm going to go over to the catalog page. You can edit this accordingly as well. Again, I'm going to come over here, change the color scheme for this to a blue. Now, once we have done that, again, we go over to the contact page. In the contact page, as we can see, we have a form, but let's say I want to add something more for myself. So I'm going to go to add section to template. And once you click on add section to template, it gives us different sections to add. So let's say I'm going to go ahead and write in a rich text. Okay. So once you add in a rich text, as you can see, this is what your rich text looks like, and you can actually edit what's written on it. So I'm going to write here, tell us about yourself. Okay. So, something like that for you to work around with, and you can change the texts on the buttons as well. So let's say I'm going to write contact over here. And once you've done that, click on save. And moving on, we have the FAQ or about us pages, which you can fill in with different types of text you want to let people know, about you basically. And the most important bit that I'm going to come to right now is when you go in catalog, you're going to want to make sure that your product pages and the shipping page is worked out well. So we're going to open this up, and here's our product page, with the proper images. Here's the variants, the names, the descriptions, pretty good stuff. So this generally, I'm pretty okay with that. I'm going to change the color scheme for myself though. Again, we're going to switch it to a blue. And once you've changed the color scheme from there, what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and click on buy it now. Now this will take us to the actual cart page or buy it now page. Okay. And once that is done, it's going to basically give you this. Now, obviously right now, it's not going to load the page up because, we haven't set up our page yet. So to set this page up for yourself, let me show you what you're going to want to do. So you're going to move back to your Shopify store's main board. I'm going to go ahead and exit it. I'm going to click on leave page. So if you want to go ahead and set up your store's basic shipping and stuff, you can come over to shipping and delivery. Once you come to shipping and delivery over here, you can click on create new profile. And in create new profile, you're going to add the different products you want to create a profile for. Okay. Or you can simply create a zone for the shipping plans you want. So let's say I'm going to go with international shipping. Click on done. And you can click on add rates. You can use a flat rate. Let's say I'm going to go with $20. Right? That's my flat rate for this. And we're going to click on done. Once you click on done, click on save again. And this basically creates a profile. And you're going to want to make sure to give it a profile name. So once you do that, click on save, and now you have a shipping profile, which basically means it's going to take you to the add to cart page. One more thing that you are going to want to do is to set up payments. Now, this is a payment option for you to add. You can add different things like Apple Pay. You can add in your PayPal. As you can see, you can add in any type of debit credit card. And this is for when people go ahead and order something from you, where will the money come? So you're going to want to make a payment gateway. So this is how you're going to make your payment gateway. Okay, Shopify payments, PayPal, Google Pay, Google Suite, Apple Pay, whatever you want. You can simply do that through here by adding a payment method. But yeah, generally, once you're done with all of that, you're pretty set to go. One final thing that I would like you to check out is the policies. Okay, so the different pages you create, like let's say we have the return and refund policy. So I'm going to click on insert template, and Shopify gives you a very own template for the written and return policy. Okay, then we have private policy. You can publish that as well. And we have things like terms of service, publish that. We have the shipping policy that you can set up for yourself, and then contact information that you can add. And once you've done all of that and integrated all these things properly, what we're going to do now is one final time, go ahead and check our store and see what we've gotten. So I'm going to click on view my online store. And this is basically a custom viewer that views your online store in a different URL. And this is what my store looks like right now. So pretty sleek, pretty cool, in my opinion. And if we go over to the about sections, you can check things out in there for yourself as well. I'm going to go over to the catalog page. And in the catalog page, here are my products. Let's say I'm going to go to this one over here. And once we go into the 3-in-1 coat, we can see how the coat integrates with the actual design that we have provided it, which is pretty incredible, because the way it uses the design is pretty nice, and it gives your page a different kind of look. So, when your Shopify page has a whole new look just because of different colors and texting and stylings, that is when a store builder is incredible. So you can view it out for yourself through view stores, and right under view stores in your footer, you're going to see the policies that we published as well. So you can check those out for yourself. But yeah, this is how you're going to use Shopify to create yourself a very good and professional looking website. And if you want to use Shopify for yourself for free, I have dropped a link down in the description below, which will get you a free trial for Shopify right now. So please do go ahead and check it out. Till then, that is all from me. Do make sure to drop down a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to see more videos like this in the future, let me know down in the comments below and I'll be making a whole lot more for you. But yeah, till then, that is all from me. Thank you for watching all the way till the end, and I'll see all of you next time. Have a great day. Goodbye.